Well, so John, similarly, the Baylor men on a decent surge again. They've won 4 of their last 5. The outlier there was outside of Big 12 play, the loss at Alabama. So, they've had to deal with a constantly changing rotation due to injuries. It seems like they've had 2 guys out pretty much every game. So, Scott Drew, he's adapted. He's brought in, guys like Dale Bonner and Jordan Turner. You feel like the experience that those guys are getting, will that help Baylor down the road if they need to count on those guys in the postseason?
Yeah, I really do. And I think they're learning how to play with different kinds of rotations. And I think that's going to help down the road too. And most of these injuries, it's been kind of wild how many there have been, but basically 4 guys have been hurt off and on in the last few weeks. So Scott's had to change his rotation all the time. But I think those guys are going to eventually get healthy. I mean, Sohan's healthy now. A big surprise is Adam Flagler not playing. Nobody even knew he had a knee issue. He had a hand issue earlier in the year. Now, I think the biggest issue is probably LJ Cryer. He broke his foot back in the summer, and this is the 3rd game he's had to sit out. It's the first one since December that he's sat out, but it seems like that could be a lingering issue. I think James Akinjo's issue, tailbone or buttocks, whatever you want to call it. I think
saying that.
It's a funny term, but the last half against Alabama, and I thought this whole game last night against West Virginia, he's moving a lot better and his shot's a lot better. So I think he's starting to come around a bit. But yeah, they're developing. I think they had good depth coming into the year. I think they're going to have really good depth by the end of the year. So I think eventually playing these guys and playing them in different roles will pay off.
I'm an NBA fan, as you guys know, and it seems like in recent years, more and more than ever, and part of this may be COVID as well. You have guys missing games because of COVID protocols. You have just the normal wear and tear of injuries over the course of in the NBA, an 82 game season, in what college basketball, 35, 40, you're going to have injuries and you've got to adapt or die basically. And I feel like that's one of Scott Drew's strengths is he tends to, adapt to whatever personnel he's got out there. I mean, and that's a sign of a good coach.